There you go. Alright, we got that arm set. This arm, right? We set on this arm, maybe gonna redo some our arm and action. Actually, let's come over here. Let's just grab. I deselected everything, right, with a little click there. We're gonna get all this stuff in here. Put some lower right in. Cause like I said, we didn't use lower right. That was my mistake. You know, little error there. Gonna do that. Grab some of these points. There's too many points in this model, right? Normal models don't have anywhere near this many points. This is totally ridiculous. Arm low right. Alright, cool. So those should be set to move on the lower right arm. So now we have completely animated Illidan's body. I'm really curious to see how this works. I've never used this tool before, despite having just written it. So let's pull up Illidan here. Illidan with the air at our motion. We'll see what he looks like. You know, oh, this stand animation. This is the one left over from Illidan. We're gonna have to delete that later. Here you go. Illidan's moving. You see that? He kind of looks a little retarded, but he's moving. You'll note we didn't do anything to the wings or the back of that, so that's kind of messed up a little bit. But it's looking pretty good, you know, considering I just wrote the software. Got no idea how to use it. All right, stand to right. So he's got this air at our motion going on now. You know, he's moving. He's moving. He's got an attack. You can see the wings still aren't animated. He's got. All right, we're back in the video here. We're gonna. Alright, back here. We're talking about this. Yes, we got Illidan now has an animation. You know, he's got walk. You know, like it's working. It's working. You know, you can see it's a little bit glitchy, and that's based on which points I selected and what I attached them to. And you can see there's one little point right here that's not attached to anything, and we're gonna have a really hard time finding that in the program as it exists right now. But let's assume that's like maybe this one right here. So we're going to grab all of these, you know, we're just going to assign these to that right shin. And, you know, if you double assign them, it resets it. So we'll save here. We'll come back to Illidan. We're going to reload and go back to walk. And you can see that that one little glitch point is fixed. So I'm guessing that was this one right here, right? Because I've selected up there and didn't get this one. So that's what happens if you mess up. So here we've got Illidan with his little kind of retarded looking walk animation because his back is still made out of a bunch of spike looking things. He's got this little floating spike there. I'm not even sure what that's supposed to be. So yeah, let's work on that then. Let's get these wings doing something. And here's how we're gonna do that. Got these wings, you know, and we want to give him the animation of some wings from something else. Let's see. I'm kind of thinking. Let's see. What do we want to use? You know, you got to think about it a little bit. So here's what I'm thinking. You could use the wings from Illidan the model, right? This Illidan's wings, right? You could say, oh, look at those wings. Those wings move. It looks pretty sound, pretty spiffy. Or you could use the wings from this guy, right? You could pull off a pretty good wing animation with that thing. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll get this alternate wings. So if we're gonna do that, we're gonna come in here to Illidan Evil, right? The Evil Illidan. It's gonna load a little bit. All right, and brings it up. We full screen it because it's easier to see that way, in my opinion. And you can see this is all this Illidan Evil shape stuff. We don't want shape. We want motion. We're gonna leave all this. It's all behind. And animations. Here's a hard trick. So we want these animations, like if you just import these animations, then you'll have animations where Illidan's sitting still, you know, our Illidan, this guy's sitting still, and then animations where, and his wings are moving, and then others where his wings are sitting still and he's moving, right? Because you're importing these animations separate. So that's where we get this other special feature from this that we're going to use. We're gonna leave all, so we're going to only take the animations we specifically choose. We're going to start with stand alternate, because we want alternate wings. We're going to timescale these animations into pre-existing here. Now, you can see these are listed in the order that they're in the model. So this top one is the one we don't care about. This one we're going to delete. But we're going to go with the second one, right? Because that is the second stand animation. And you can control click in here. You can get multiples of these, right? So stand alternate, what this says is stand alternate from the evil Illidan morphing pre-existing, the Illidan everybody's seen in Warcraft. It's going to be copied into both of these stand animations in our model. You can do this with walk. You can say walk will be copied straight in. I don't think we care about walk swim. Illidan's not going to be swimming. Our Illidan's not going to be swimming. You can take attack, put attack in both of the attacks. That fits pretty well. You put spell in with spell. Stand ready. Do we even have stand ready? We do not have stand ready. So we'll skip that one. We got death there. You can go in death. Dissipate. Don't click reverse there. That was an accident. Dissipate will go into dissipate. And I'm not really sure what stand second is. I think that's not pertaining to us. We've got this spell slam in here. What do we want to put on that? Maybe spell slam could go. Spell alternate can apply to both spell and spell slam. So it's pretty good. If you're really curious about any of these, right, you can jump to this thing and open up Illidan again. You can say, what's spell slam alternate? Let's take a look. Spell slam alternate. Don't we have a spell slam alternate? Attack alternate. Spell alternate. I mean, that looks pretty good. What's this spell slam coming from? Wait a second. Spell slam. Oh, so I got this backwards. I was looking for spell slam in the wrong model. That's right. Spell alternate's the only spell that this model has. Okay. So bones. Here's a trick. We don't want all of these. We want the wings. And so we want to get the alternate wings. So here, all these ones labeled alternate. Blizzard's usually pretty good about this, right? These names are all put in here by Blizzard when they were making this thing. This is probably attached. These are dummies. These are little energy things, because they're attached to dummies. When I say dummy like that, it's gonna be something special and flashy like that. This plane is attached to an object. So this is one of these models where they call these things object way too many times and wing way too few times. Wing vein. Well, maybe they're attached to the same wing veins, I mean, that could be potentially. Wings. Yeah, we got bones, tail, wings, wing vein. What are these wings ultimately attached to? They're attached to wing 1, 2, and 3. Which are attached to the chest bone, which is not the alternate chest bone. We want something that's going to be parenting to this alternate chest bone. Right, so what I'm looking for here is the points of motion that represent the alternate wings. And actually, if you were really smart, you'd just come in here to Illidan Evil, and you'd say, well, here's Evil Illidan, and we want Evil Illidan's wings. So we're going to jump to the Geoset controller. We say, look, this is Illidan. This is Illidan's wings. We don't want either of those. We want the alternate wings. This is alternate Illidan. This is a bunch of glowy crap. What is, yeah. Alternate Illidan. Glowing stuff. We don't want it. More blades, more glowing. More blades, more glowing. More glowing. More glowing. More glowing. There's a lot of glowing. Energy particles. And you can mouse over them, right, to see what they are. More energy particles, more energy particles. More glow. These big flat things, these are glow. More glow. Alright, so now you can see we've isolated only alternate Illidan, and that's where we can say show pivot points. And there's a giant globule bunch of million crap on top of each other. But you can see mesh 32 and SDS and SSS and those are the ones we want right there on these alternate wings. I'm pretty sure that it looks like it to me. So, and they say alternate, so we know they're from the alternate. So we'll jump back now to our import. And that's one of the other features of this program. You can do stuff in here while the import menu is open. Now, if you do too much stuff in the model itself that we're importing into, I feel like you'll probably break something. But I freed that up for you, so you can view models and you can play with models while you're importing, which is really a useful thing. Where's these ERs and these SDS? These things. That's what we want to find in here. SDS, SSS, SDS. RDS. Alright, so this is attached to SS. Where's SS?